are responsible adults, right, sir? Very responsible adults that know how to manage all of our budgets. So we're here to show how little of games we have bought in the far year of 2024, right?
So once again, how many games did you buy?
129. How about you?
What was it again? 162?
164.
Oh, you remember
Great.
better than I do.
Yes. Well, Jen.
I didn't buy all of them. I also got some of them as gifts.
Yes, well, we are going to put this as roughly
So
as
I'm not going to take the blame for
game
all this.
acquisitions throughout
Yes,
the year.
game acquisitions, exactly.
Yes. Well, my year started off with a lovely game, Slav Esquire, which is a very fun and fan servicey game that is kind of like, well, we play as a squire, and you have to.
It actually says get good, get laid at the back.
Yes, because you play as a squire actually, and you have to defend this very incompetent knight, which is actually useless. So you do all the work, but you only have like 100 days to get a girlfriend before your life is going to end, because your country is going to get invaded by a country of barbarians, and they're all going to kill everyone.
So it has different endings. It's replay value or not?
It is one for every main heroine and has a harem ending, so 6 endings. Pretty fun.
Pretty nice. Where did you get it?
PlayAsia. It's only available on PlayAsia. It's a PlayAsia exclusive. That's a fun. There's multiple endings.
I got that one as well.
Did you?
It's coming later.
Well, together with all the rest of the shipments that have.
We should also keep track of how many of the same games that we bought or something, right?
Yes, how we're going to do that?
Because the second one that you have, I also bought this year.
Yes, Labyrinth Life, because it's Labyrinth Life. We need not say more. The plus 18 labels is all that there is need to be said about. Actually, the game is pretty tame.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's pretty tame. The only thing that you do is like increase their boss sizes, and what was it again? You appraise items by rubbing it between their breasts. Wow, comedy goal, right? Well, together with them came Nausea, which I have tried to sell you multiple times throughout the years. So this is a roguelike. This is a roguelike kind of game where you're trapped with the.
It's Japanese.
No, it's the cover. It's just Japanese. It's in all languages available. So basically, it's a roguelike, and you're trapped with a bunch of people on a spaceship, and you have to figure out who the
killer is.
The alien, who's the person that's been incubated by an alien. So
just like Alien.
Basically, yes. But the thing is, though, to complete the game, you actually have to find everyone's backstories, and it takes a while because it's a roguelike. So.
It sounds too much like that seven doors. What was it again? That game?
An hour's 9 person door. Exactly not. It's completely different. No. Because this one's roguelike. The alien changes. You get to recognize patterns and all that. Well, this year has been full of visual novels. If you cannot tell, well, you'll be able to tell by the end of it. Some Memories is just it's a visual novel. It's the end of the world scenario, and there's a bunch of girls and there's a bunch of rhythm games in there. You just have to save the world.
Maybe we should explain to the audience that we are people of culture.
We are culture people, but it will be quite obvious by the end of the. Again, punchline: the same person who has written 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors. So basically, you are a dude, and you are dead, and there are these bunch of girls in your dorm, and they are very stupid and they die.
Yeah,
but you have to prevent them. It's kind of like
from the creator of the Zero Escape trilogy.
Yes, they also made an anime of it, by the way, after the thingy. Well,
Dark Souls trilogy.
The Dark Souls trilogy. It needs no explanation.
You didn't get that yet before.
I had the first 2 on the PS3, and then I did not have the third one.
Yeah, but this is all the DLC, right?
It has all the DLC on it. And the funny part is that this whole thing together costed less than you would buy the separate Dark Souls 3 on its own.
Can be weird sometimes.
Yes. Deathmark. Deathmark is, again, a visual novel. So basically it's horror based. You are a dude and you have to solve a bunch of mysteries where people die involving the supernatural. This is the first of the trilogy of the Deathmark series. Well, Monochrome Mobius.
Great game.
don't need to tell that Monker Mobius is the precursor to the Uota Rumono.
That is game number 3 that I also got this year.
Yes.
Already, and we're just in January.
Steins Gate Elite.
Steins Gate Elite.
Steins Gate. The funny part is,
you got this as a gift, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't buy this.
I had the choice between buying the Steins Gate anime and the game for $1 less. And the funny part is, you get the Steins, the linear bound
Careful with the codes. Otherwise, somebody might steal it.
They're used already. Doesn't matter. Earthlock, Festival of Magic. To explain quickly, it's also broken. Thank you, Postal Service. It's a game that was made by Sodeco, and well,
I also got a couple of games that arrived broken this year, and I had to replace the PlayStation 4 cases. Luckily, these
love when that happens, right?
Yeah, these days at least you can just switch them out.
Yeah.
Back in the PlayStation 1 days, you couldn't, because the cover at the back side, like the back of the game, had the name of the specific game, so you cannot replace them.
Well, back in the day, the PlayStation covers would never get damaged in doing postal transit. Basically, it's a low budget but very fun RPG. You just save the world. Firewatch Pro Wrestling again. Damaged.
What is this?
This is basically, if you watch at the graphics, this is like a Nintendo DS game. This is a Nintendo DS game that was fully fledgedly developed and
remade for
Spike Chunsoft. Localized by Spike Chunsoft, and that's the only one. It's a wrestling game. It's a wrestling game with Nintendo DS graphics. That's all that I can explain. This one I actually got as a gift. It's the Inner World, The Last Wind Monk. So these are 2 point-and-click games. It has the first, The Inner World, and then The Last Wind Monk, 2 of them. It's by Calypso and Studio Hasbin, and it's also by... No, actually, no, it's not. It's just a funny that's sort of like a post-apocalyptic point-and-click game.
A lot of games I've never heard about, actually. Either I own the games, or it's games that I've pretty much never heard about. Song of Memories I've heard about. It's a good.
It's a good game.
And that's also a good game.
Tactics Ogre Reborn needs no introduction. It's the remade version of.
If I'm not mistaken, I also got that one this year.
And then it's cousin Diofield Chronicles, which is a very underrated game that a lot of people slapped on. When it was released, I believe it was released in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I always buy them at least 1 year later. So, Diofield Chronicle, a sleeper of a game that
didn't sell well either, right?
It was not a critical success, no. And then, wow, the 2 gifts that you got me was The Will Wonderful World and Alice Giragas.
When are you going to play those?
Tomorrow. I'll be starting off with them tomorrow, and that concludes my January, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, and it's my turn, I presume.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. My January was quite crazy. Actually, I think we bought pretty much...
That is definitely a box of crazy, yes.
I put them in order. First of all, the New Year's gifts that I got from you.
Yes.
So we have Everybody's Goal for the PSP.
Yes, a great game.
Needs no introduction either. There's an Everybody's Goal on pretty much every PlayStation console ever.
Every console ever. And Luminous. Oh my god, Luminous too.
Luminous. Still to play those as well.
It's Tetris with music. It's basically Tetris with music, but
yeah, I also have a huge backlog. So
cool Uncle's Tetris.
Jump Force.
Yes.
Third game I got from you.
Yes. It's out of print and out of stock, and it's also a game that has been very, very underappreciated by a lot of people.
And if I'm not mistaken, you cannot get the Platinum anymore.
The online is dead.
And then I have a lot of games that helped me to complete my collection. I would call this January Final Fantasy month, because I completed the Final Fantasy collection. That's to say, the mainline games. So Final Fantasy 1 until 16. I bought all of them.
So all 16 are in a box?
Not all 16, I've got a couple of them before, but Final Fantasy 1 for PSP.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 2.
Sure.
PSP Essentials. Then Final Fantasy 3. Nintendo DS. Then we have Final Fantasy Anthology, the PAL version, which has Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 5.
Yes.
The American version, if I'm not mistaken, has Final Fantasy 5 and 6, so it's a bit different. Or Chrono Trigger. It might be that one. Might have Chrono Trigger. I'm not sure. But
The
that would be weird if you call your PlayStation game Final Fantasy Anthology and then you put like a completely different.
It's already weird because an anthology should include 8 games in it, and an anthology only has 2. So there we go. Makes sense. 6.
Yes. I was thinking about Final Fantasy 7, but that's 6.
Yes.
Indeed.
And there's an extra bonus with Final Fantasy
I
X
can
playable
play Final
demo.
Fantasy X, yes.
Do you have Dirge of Cerberus as well?
No, I don't. That's not a mainline game, right?
No, but it's one of the best games
And
ever.
then the Final Fantasy
Trilogy.
13.
Yes, and 13-2 and 13-3.
Returns,
Yes.
Part 2 and Part 1.
Very underappreciated games. But oh well.
And then
Public opinion
I was
way
still
better.
missing this game for my Ratchet and Clank collection, All for One.
Yes.
Not one of the best games, for sure. Not one of the best Ratchet and Clank games, but at least it completes my Ratchet and Clank collection.
Yes, just for information, Ratchet and Clank games spiked
Persona
up in
4,
price.
yeah, they usually do. Persona 4 Arena, well, they're actually planning on putting them all on PlayStation 4 again, all those Ratchet and
5.
Clank games. 5 or 4, really both.
Both.
I'm not sure. Funny anecdote, it was very difficult to get this game. I actually tried to buy the PlayStation 4 version multiple times, but apparently the people who are selling these games, they have no idea what they're actually selling. So first I got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax 2, I think.
No, Ultimax
Or
is
just Persona 4 Arena, I'm not
Arena.
sure.
Arena
So that was the wrong game, so I sent it back. And then I got the correct game for PlayStation 4, but it arrived completely broken. Like even the game itself was broken. Send it back. And then the same people said, oh, we'll send you a new copy. And then instead of the PlayStation 4 game, they sent me the PlayStation 3 game. So yeah, but at least I have it now.
The drawback is that you'll be missing the story from the original. And yes, the
Yeah, and this is probably the most expensive buy I did in January. Persona 1, the original for PSP.
yes,
Yeah.
jokes.
Difficult to get a hold of. It's either the PlayStation 1 game that you play, which costs like 500 euros already, if you want to complete in the box, or you play this one, which is cheaper but still expensive.
And the jokes are on us because it's going to get a remaster in a
Yeah,
year's time.
probably a remaster, but still, I like to buy these games for the instruction manuals and everything.
Again, the remaster is not going to be the same. So things. This is like the wacky. No, actually, in which version did they make the guy black? Was it in the second one?
I'm not sure. I haven't played all of them.
Oh no! This is actually reversed. I believe the guy wearing the traffic cone on his head was black in the Japanese version, and they made him white for this one. So you have yourself a time capsule piece that will never be replicated again.
Then we have Bushido Blade for the PlayStation 1. Fun little game, realistic sword fights. If you get hit once or twice, then you're dead. Fun to play.
Wasn't this game released at the tail end of the PlayStation 1 because it has like a different cover? Because this is not like the standard PS1. It's either a very early version or it's a very late version.
1997 it says here. That's probably not the end of the PlayStation 1 lifespan.
No, but still, the cover doesn't look like your typical PS1 cover. Maybe like a special edition.
The Sly Trilogy,
Yes,
going up in price actually.
the Sly Trilogy
Very fun games.
has been very strange because it kind of keeps going back and down, back and forth in price. I know why.
I managed to play and beat the first one. I still have to do the other two. At least I played one of those this year.
With the hungry hippo on the cover.
And then we have two more games.
And
Slightly funny anecdote with the Fable one. You remember when we went to the gaming convention last
Yes.
year in June?
yes,
Was it last year?
as with
No,
this year.
actually it was the year before.
Yes.
I thought that I bought Fable, but I bought like the bonus DVD.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Well,
Now we have
now I
both.
at least have the game.
Yes.
And then last but not least, Tales of Xillia 1 and 2.
Yeah, jokes are on us. That's going to get a remaster as well.
Doesn't really matter.
Jokes on both of us because we own the version, but I still think that the original
do
is
you
better.
need to get the remaster?
No.
What's going to be the difference? Not that much.
Not much.
This is fine as it is.
Yeah, but the remaster is not going. This is going to be two separate discs. So I like the combo collection. They're funner to have.
So yeah, that was what I bought in January. Oh wow, that's actually also quite a large pile.
That's the second largest pile next to May. Actually, it might be the largest pile. It just depends how you watch. Oh.
Switch games.
Yeah, well, they're flipped, so I need to take it.
So this is February and March?
No, this is
just February.
This is
Wow.
February.
Okay.
So Harvestella needs no introduction. Again, a very underrated farming game that everybody seems to have slept on, which is a shame because it's a really good game.
But you don't really like farming games.
This is not really a farming game either. This is more like an action combat game with just farming as an added bonus to it. It's not like Story of Seasons. Farming is not like the central point. It's fun to have. It's exactly Guardians of Azuma that's going to be that has released 3 days ago is actually going to follow the same formula as Harvestella. I cannot recommend this enough.
Did Rune Factory get released?
Yes.
3 days ago.
31st was the official release date for Guardians of Azuma.
Pretty much everybody missed that then.
I think actually the release date, or it's for 31st, but I think it's going to be shipped like by the end of the week. Tears of the Kingdom. I bought it for cheap, relatively cheap. So
still have to get that one.
Introduction. Pikmin 4.
Do you own all the Pikmin games?
I have all the Pikmins. I have all of them this year. So Pikmin 4.
They don't really go down in price though.
Pikmin never goes down in price. Depends.
I have only the first one I think on the GameCube.
Oh, that's the same word. With the chunky dog. Pikmin 4. Miitopia, look at that! Because it's you can date your horse in this game.
That's going to be a fun game.
This is a fun game.
When I get to it.
Spirit Hunter in G. This is the second part for the Spirit Hunter that I've shown in January. This is the sequel. The PlayStation 4 only had to release for the first one, so all the subsequent games.
I also noticed that you still have a lot of games in their cover.
These are visual novels. There are no DLC codes inside. I only open them when I get to them. And then, well, Mugen Soul Z needs no introduction. Again, we are cultured people, right? We know what we want out of our games. Action combat.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what Mugen Souls is known for. And Paradise Killer, again, it's a pseudo-visual novel where you are trapped on an island with a bunch of people and you need to find out what the hell is going on. Again, very fun game. The only available physically either through PlayAsia with the original for the Switch or the PS4 version, or the PS5 I believe as well.
Yeah, so you were PlayAsia's best customer this year.
Serenity Forge. Actually, I bought it from Serenity Forge themselves, I believe. Needs no introduction, it's the man who raised his name, the pseudo game between the 7th and the 8th entry. The only available version is from PlayAsia, so go figure.
This is the Chinese version.
This is the Chinese version.
That is Chinese.
Yes.
That is also a game that I bought this year.
Because the only version that was available for PS4 is the
It came out this year as well, I think, no? Or was it last year?
I cannot remember. I believe... well, I think it released last year.
Mandatory Happiness.
Psycho Pass Mandatory Happiness, a game. It's a visual novel. Inside set in the Psycho Pass universe, so it's wedged somewhere between its story, between the anime, which is actually pretty good as well. German version.
Did you watch both seasons of the anime?
2 seasons of...
Yeah, there's 2 seasons. I only watched the first season.
I think it's 1 season, 1 movie actually. That doesn't matter.
No, there's Psycho Pass 2.
State of Mind. It's by Daedalic Entertainment and their games are a hit and a miss. I like the art style, so it's kind of a cell-shaded dystopian choose-your-own-adventure kind of game.
Yeah, one of the biggest misses of them this year was Rings Golem.
Is that last?
That's Daedalic.
Yes, this year.
I believe it's Daedalic.
It's Daedalic Entertainment, yes. They screwed up quite. Crisis Trilogy Remastered. The funny part is it was cheaper to get this on the PS4 than to get the 3 separate entries by themselves.
Funny how that works sometimes, right?
The market can be a weird thing. And Heart and Slash has been delisted, so it's not available anymore to buy it immediately. It's a roguelike. It's a roguelike game where you fight a bunch of robots, basically. And the funny part is the physical edition gives you a soundtrack CD as well, so that's nice to have. And then, because funny part, and this is a funny lesson for the children, you need to keep track of your collection, because otherwise you will end up with 2 copies of the same game. I bought the PS4 version as well for Omega Labyrinth Z. There was some underlying reason for it, so that was funny, right?
I've never seen this game before. Is it available in English?
No, this is the Japanese version
only. Oh, I see.
And then Vambrace Corso, you've probably never heard about this game before. Again, it's what was it called again? Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the same vein as Darkest Dungeon, only all of the.
I see the back of that one.
It's
it's also Japanese.
It's Japanese. They only have the.
But
Japanese
it's a roguelike then.
It's a roguelike. It's the same as Darkest Dungeon. All of the characters are boxing females. That's the only difference. And it's a very brutal game. There's Vampire. Vampire is kind of like a Telltale game where you need to go around the city as a murderous vampire, but you need to make sure that you do not kill too many people to remain inconspicuous. Pretty fun game, also a very underrated one.
It's by Dotnod.
It's by
the creators of Life is Strange.
Yes, that is correct. Burgundian Legend of Runersia.
Good
I
game.
found it for relatively cheap this year, and I could not let this one pass. Although the game is hard as nails, and it's not really newcomer friendly, so that doesn't help.
I think I also bought that one this year. I used
We
to
will find out.
play the original well, not really the original. I used to play the prequel for PlayStation 1.
Brigandine is a long-running franchise, yes. Quite one. Then there is, I'm going to put them back to back because they're two sequels. Labyrinth of Refrain is a dungeon crawler by NIS America. The first one was Cover of Dusk, and the second one was Labyrinth of Galeria. I just like the art style. NIS America is one of my favorite publishers. They're reversible covers, so great dungeon crawlers. There is the wacky ass area, which I've literally bought for like $2, I think. This is a collector's edition. There's a soundtrack CD in it. It's a fun co-op game. You play as a bunch of dudes with musical notes, and that's basically it. You finish the game 4 times, and you have yourself a platinum.
It's a co-op game.
Yes.
That's one that we can play then this year.
Yes. Adventure Academia. This is a game set
content.
in the same universe as the Class of Heroes. Have you heard of the game before?
Yes, Class of Heroes.
Yes, getting
Also came out on PSP before.
yes, has gotten
And
a
now
release.
now they remade it, 1 and 2.
Has gotten
Or
1 and
remastered.
2, and 3 and 4 are going to be remade this year, I believe.
I was thinking about buying that one, but
This is a.
it's
You mean this one?
it received mixed reviews.
It has received mixed reviews. I would say play the demo. If you play the demo and the game is up your alley, then you're going to like it. If you do not like the demo, then you will not like this game. This is a really grinding game, by the way. You literally need to grind your way just to beat the game. Relatively easy, pretty fun. Then there's ReZero. This is a collector's edition, but the collector's edition was just too big to drag along. So the collector's edition had like what, 6 badges, 6 pin badges in there. I think NetGame sells it for relatively cheap all year round. I think I bought mine for like $10 from NetGame.
I think that the next season is currently ongoing.
The
might have
problem with this game, though, if you have seen the season which this arc follows to, now this is literally a dead game because you know who the murderer is. So this is like a murder mystery. It was like season 2, I believe it was season 2 with the it's the one where they need to find the murderer in the castle.
Yeah. Did you know that Fairy Tail 2 has come out?
Yes. I know, it's been out for a month. Did you know that Formagia came out recently as well? Formagia. It's
is that?
It's the equivalent of what was it called? Harvest Moon set in the Fairy Tail universe. Chromai Omega. This game has been delisted as well, so this is basically a what was it called again? A bullet hell set in third-person shooter. Fairly cheap. And then the top February of is Theatrhythm Final Bar Line. I mean, the game is so bloody good, and a lot of people have slept on it as well. It's a remake from the 3DS one, right? 3DS. Fun game. The DLC is overpriced as fuck, but you gotta look. This one has like 120 songs in it, I believe. It's a German version. So. Now that would conclude my funky February. Whee!
Okay. I don't think I bought as many games for February as I did for January, but I bought a large box of something that I like a lot. Have to be careful.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
I bought the limited edition of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So now I own the game digitally. I have a physical version over there, and then I have this one that's probably not going to open ever. Although it includes a pretty neat White Shroud figure and a Blade card game deck. You can compare Blade not in not gameplay wise, but it's a card game inside the game, like Gwent for The Witcher.
Yes.
So there is actually an actual deck of that in here and a 60-page art book. Pretty neat. It was quite cheap to get. The only problem was getting it over here. It came all the way from America. So that actually costed almost as much as the box itself.
Because the value of the package is determined by the weight of it.
And actually I bought quite a lot of games apparently in February too, so...
Yes, it was just divisive because your box was very small.
I think this is when I got into the Switch. This is back when I bought my Switch. That's why. Well, let's see. What do we have here? Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. Did you play the first one?
I played on computer.
Did you like it?
It was okay. Isn't it multiplayer only?
No, it's not multiplayer.
Then I have it with. Then I'm confusing with the Mountain War Warblade.
And then we have one that you also bought.
Yes, Monochrome
And
Mobius.
also in February, I think.
Yeah.
Can you just show that one? Monochrome Mobius. As you said, needs no introduction. Then I completed my Valkyrie Profile collection with Valkyrie Profile 2.
Yes.
Samaria for PlayStation 2.
Yes.
Valkyrie Elysium, I have no idea
Elysium.
how to pronounce that.
Elysium. Yes, the game that nobody liked. That was
Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, which is a remaster for the PSP from the first game for PlayStation, which costs an arm and a leg to get if you want to have it. And this one is quite cheap. Persona 3 Reload,
yes.
amazing game. Finished it this year. My wife finished it as well.
Buy the Aegis DLC. Get it. Everyone should get it.
Base game is great, the rest.
Get the
can
Aegis
just get.
DLC.
Then we have Gal Metal World Tour, which I basically just bought when I saw that it's about girls that make a metal band and you just have to
Fight aliens off with music. Yes.
just so much fun. It was cheap to get as well.
It is relatively cheap and it is relatively, of course.
And then we have Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore.
Yes.
Yeah, that one as well, I think.
It needs no introduction. It's a pretty good game. It's Shin Megami Tensei with more fan service.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think I bought all of them except for Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is still coming out.
Yes.
I also lent out, I think the DLC for the second game, so I'm not going to show that, but it's also one of the games that I bought in February.
Yeah, Torn of the Golden
I
Country.
just don't have it right now. Skyward Sword HD, Legend of Zelda. It came along with the games that the game came along with the guy that I bought the Switch from, along with most of these games actually.
That's pretty good.
Like Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Sword, Let's Go Pikachu. This one we even played again before the end of the year, I think around November. Legends Arceus, which I found to be one of the better games, Pokemon games that came out
Yes.
in recent memory.
It
But
is.
still, it gets a bit stale like all the Pokemon games, I guess, if you want to keep playing it. Definitely not one that you have to complete. Just finish the story.
It's a completionist nightmare.
Yeah, it is. Then we have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond,
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, Octopath Traveler. Still, all of these games came along with the Switch, so it was a very good offer.
Of course.
Fire Emblem as well, Three Houses. One of the best Fire Emblem games. And then we have two more Xenoblade Chronicles games.
Mm-hmm.
The first one and the second one.
No Torn of the Golden Country?
Yes, that's what I said. Like it's the DLC, which is almost a standalone game.
Yes. It is literally so.
Yeah, but I lent it out to a friend, so
Sure.
I bought it this month, but it's not here. And then we have Valkyrie Profile. What's the name again?
Use your magnificent eyesight.
Isn't it Covenant of Dusk or something like that? No, that is from.
That's mine. I know.
It's something like that. Covenant of the Plume. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Almost the same. Yeah, the Valkyrie Profile, it's difficult to get all of them because this is still a DS exclusive, and then you have some of them that are like PlayStation, PSP, and then you have a PlayStation 4 game. So if you want to play all of them and the games actually follow up, then it's a completionist nightmare.
It's a cross.
Collector's nightmare.
It's a cross-console franchise. Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, that was February for me.
Well,
Yeah.
It's Monster Bandcamp and Monster Road Trip. All of them released by was it Super Rare again? The only people that print this game. So pretty good. No needs an explanation.
Very good.
Good games. Master Detective Raincoat is by the same people who've made Danganronpa series. Haha, because it's already available. It's now already available for the PlayStation 5. So this version is actually garbage and obsolete because it runs like ass. But I found it for like $15, so why not? And we come back to the big bulk. Homefront Revolution. Again, the game is delisted by this point. It's a pew pew shooter.
Is it?
Yes, it's delisted. The servers are down as well, so the platinum is not updated. Well, fun game. The best of the Revolution series. So, Immortal Phoenix Rising, the last decent Ubisoft game that everybody slapped on throughout the years. Pretty fun.
Yeah, didn't that one flop?
No, this one actually was. They had an ass of a marketing campaign, so nobody knew that the game existed. This game is actually very underrated and very good. Resident Evil 4, the remake. I found it for dirt cheap, so it was crazy not to buy it.
Indeed, it's a very good game.
It's a decent game,
It's the best version of the game.
and it's just
Yeah,
dance.
because
games.
you like dancing, right?
Yes, and they're dirt cheap, man. But just a fun fact. So this year in September, the equivalent of Belgian GameStop went completely aground. And back in the day, this is going to be fun to remember. This was the only store in Belgium that accepted EcoShack, the useless nonsense that people give you to buy light bulbs and gardening equipment. That
You're talking about Game Mania.
Yeah, it's Game Mania. So most of the games like Homefront the Revolution, Immortal Phoenix Rising, and all the Just Dance games, I literally bought them for like €1 because nobody wants these damn things. But well, why not? It's 2019, 20, and the 2021 version. So fun to have, fun for the whole family. And God of War Ragnarok, again, funny anecdotes. This game skyrocketed, and this thing like remained at the $60 range for like most of its lifetime. And at the moment,
It's still expensive.
it's still expensive as hell. The moment I bought it for 40, and the next day it dropped to 25 for like a day, and then it spiked to 40 again. So jokes are on me, haha. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Remaster,
Yeah,
Nocturne. I mean, it needs no intro. It's Shin Megami Tensei. It has the only thing it doesn't have in comparison to the original version. It doesn't have the Dante DLC on it. You need to buy it for like $5. If you have the original version, you have Dante baked in there. You have Raido from what is it? Shin Megami Tensei 2 as its replacement. So hey, Shin Megami Tensei, it's good. Voice acting is pretty good. Look at that, Persona 3 Reload. What a surprise, right?
Yes. That was a good thing that we didn't make a drinking game out of this.
Yeah, we wouldn't have that.
If you would have to drink for every game that we bought, or that both of us bought this year,
I would have drank 5 times.
would have been drunk already.
No, I would be. Persona 3. Buy the Aegis DLC.
No,
And then again,
nobody heard that. Chaos Hat?
and then as I've said, this year was the year that I did all the visual novels. So basically, these are all Japanese versions. The Chaos had Love Choo Choo because haha, it's a very fan servicey thing that's non-canon, but I wanted to have it and it's still in shrink for some reason.
You have it twice, or is it like a sequel?
This is a sequel to the original Chaos Hat.
Yeah, but you have another one over there. That's also Chaos Hat.
No. So how do I explain this quickly before we run out of airtime? So basically, every
going to
entry,
run out of airtime.
every entry in the game is like the mainline entry, and it has like a fan service spin-off entry. So there's Chaos Hat and there's Chaos Hat Love Choo Choo. This one's literally a bunch of fan servicey scenarios that are not canonical, where our main protagonist gropes the girls in appropriate ways. You can see it on the cover. The cover is self-explanatory.
Yeah. Can you play it in English?
No, this is strictly a Japanese version because you can see why it's never received a wide release. The same for Chaos Child, which is
It's Chaos Child.
the Chaos Child. The sequel is the same thing as the fan service.
It's also
version.
called Love Choo Choo or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're all called Love Choo Choo. Then the same for Steins Gate.
Love Choo Choo.
No, this is Steins Gate Linear Bound Phonogram, the physical version. This is the one that explains what happens with all the with all the side characters during the Steins Gate storyline. And then the fan service one was again Renro no Darling, the one where Okabe is a butler, basically.
Is it My Darling's Embrace?
Yeah, that's My Darling's Embrace, the English version. Project Cars 3, Project Cars 1 and 2 have been delisted this year, and Project Cars 3 is going to follow soon. So I picked it up for dirt cheap, so that's fun to have.
Not really a fan of racing games.
Yeah, but again, if it's not going to be available, then it's not going to be available. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, needs no explanation. It's the 8th entry for. It's just one after the man who raised his name, because that's totally not Kazuma Kiryu with a wig on, right?
Yeah, well, that's a game series that you will have to spend a lot of time on to finish them all.
Again, Star Wars Squadrons. It's PlayStation VR compatible. It's like a crappy flight simulator thing. I picked it up for like $2 from Game Mania, and then.
Saints Row.
The Saints Row that I picked it up for literally €1 because nobody wanted this garbage, and this was actually not the day one edition. This was the Game of the Year edition. So all the codes were in there and they were still working. So whoever bought this never bothered to cash in on the code. So that was a fun buy for like $1.
Whoever bought it probably only put the game in once and then never touched it again.
Which is a shame because the game was not that bad actually.
Okay.
Bad PR, but that's about it. Well, the company who made it, they went bankrupt due to it, so that doesn't help. Oh, look at that! That doesn't seem like a small box.
Yeah, well, this is
This is a big box. Yeah,
there will be a more modest month coming soon.
Oh, there's more than one box.
Not yet, though.
There's more than one box.
Okay, where do we start? Doesn't really matter, right? March. Persona 5 Strikers. I got it very cheap, along with a couple of other games on Play Asia, just to get the free delivery.
Yeah, Persona 5.
delivery.
Persona 5 Strikers is good. You need to redeem the DLC before it expires, by the way.
And it was one of the few Persona games spin-offs that I didn't have yet, so why not? I think I only paid like $8 for it or something.
Yeah, it has been relatively cheap all around.
Then Final Fantasy 16. That is, to me personally, one of the biggest disappointments of the year, because I found it incredibly dull, the gameplay. Especially the side missions, everything was basically all fetch quests. The story, it was okay, but not really. I was not really impressed by it. Graphically, it's great, the combat is great, but even that gets stale after a while because it's basically the same thing. As I said, like the missions, they were not good.
The English cast for it was amazing, though.
I played it in Japanese up to a certain extent. I didn't finish it.
They all spoke medieval European, which is like a nice additional touch.
And then we have Jeanne d'Arc, which had a digital remaster on the PlayStation Store this year, but before it was very difficult to get. So it had been on my wishlist for quite a while, and as you can see over here, unfortunately it arrived broken, but because I bought it from eBay, they refunded me completely, so I basically got the game for free, and I replaced the PSP cover by the cover of a different game, so only this was broken. So I cannot really complain, I got it for free. But nowadays everybody can enjoy it. The only good Assassin's Creed game, Black Flag.
That's depending who you ask. But
yeah, debatable, I know.
That is debatable, yes.
That's my opinion, sir.
Yes. And you have not played it yet?
Haven't played it yet, but have you seen my backlog, sir?
No.
Have you seen your own backlog?
Yes.
We can say that of 90% of the games that are over there.
I played like majority of them this year.
All of those?
Majority.
Yes.
Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time.
That's why they're all still in their wrapping.
Yes.
Thieves in Time, Sly Cooper 4.
Yes.
Then we have Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I was a big fan. Probably my favorite Zelda game.
That's a good game. That's a good
the Game
remaster.
Boy.
That is an amazing remaster.
So I had to get this one. And then obviously, if you have a Switch, if you own a Switch, you have to own Super Mario Odyssey as well.
Yahoo! Yeah.
Good game. Still have to get to it. I played it for a while, but I think I got sidetracked or something.
This game is big.
It's a good game.
It's
though.
a big
I
game.
will get back to it later.
It's a big game.
Then we have Galgun 2
The Switch.
for the Switch.
Again, we are cultured people. We know what we want out of our games. We are cultured. We are very cultured.
I had to buy this one. They had the other ones as well.
Oh, well.
Bravely Default, same story.
Yes, the game that nobody liked, the one that bombed as well. Nobody liked Bravely Default, for shame, because it's a really good game.
Those are very good games, all of them. This is actually, it's called Bravely Default 2, but it's actually the third game, I believe.
Yeah. Because you literally have a game that's called Bravely Default 2nd.
Yes.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo, I like it because of the location where it takes place, graphically. It's a bit of hit and miss, it got mixed reviews, but it's going to be a fun game. It's not too long. Usually don't go for first person shooters. Can I call it a shooter?
It's a shooter.
Really,
it's a shooter by definition.
You know what I mean.
Yes.
Still have to get to it like most of the games that I have here. Then New Super Lucky Tale. I'm a fan of platformers, collectathons. So
You're also a furry?
not one of the... Yes, I'm also a furry. Not the best platformer, but still. If I can jump around and I can collect stuff, then I'm sold, basically. Then we have Live Alive, which was a remake from a Super Nintendo game.
Oh,
Remaster,
yeah.
I
Yes.
believe. You don't think it's a remake?
It's a remaster, yes.
Remaster. Very good game, though. And then we have Galgun Returns.
That's the first one. That's the remake of the first one.
Remake of the first one.
There's that double piece, and then there's two.
And then this was the surprise hit of 2023 for me. So when the special or limited edition came out, I just have to get it. Eternights. Probably never going to open that one either. I own the game 3 times, I believe now.
Yeah, you do.
Digitally.
You have it 3 times.
So this one is never going to be opened. I just like the cover. And then Tactics Ogre Reborn. Another
Yes.
one that we bought
Yes.
together this year. Good game. Like Final Fantasy Tactics, basically.
It is Final Fantasy Tactics, just not a name. Again, cultured people, right? we're cultured people.
Gun Pixies, yes.
Do we need
I've seen gameplay of
do
that
we need
one.
an explanation with Gun and Pixies? This is basically
That's also Play Asia.
this. No,
No?
it is not. It is the European version, and the funny part is mine is crappily printed, so mine looks like a bootleg because all the things are washed out. This is the official release. You just basically shoot a bunch of girls of questionable age inside a dormitory because your alien overlord asks you to do it. It has from Borderlands, again, a game that can be acquired whenever the hell you want. I bought this in Game Mania for like $2 because nobody wanted to have it. Was a new
That was a
version.
good price for that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, again, a game from Ubisoft that everybody slapped on when it was released. It's pretty good. It's more of the same. It's a sequel to Mario and Rabbids. You need to explain more. It's a pseudo puzzler.
It's like XCOM, actually.
Yes. Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion. Our man goes to fight a bunch of ghosts inside a haunted hotel.
Everybody knows what Luigi's Mansion is, sir.
Yes,
You don't have to explain it.
It's Luigi's Mansion. And then Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, again, remake from the original 3DS, I believe. I picked it up for relatively cheap from Game Mania. Has a bunch of exclusive levels from Mario Odyssey, if the covers to be believed. I do not find them yet, but they're pretty fun.
So you have played that one
Yes.
already? Okay. No, that looks pretty nice.
That is the-
Siberia.
That is Siberia 4, The World Before, the last one that was written by Benoît Swakal, which is a Belgian comic writer. By the way, this is the Steelbook edition from the collector's version, but I did not take it with me because that's literally the size of that box over there. So then again, visual novels has been a central theme this year. Fatal 12. This is the Play Asia release, the only one available for PS4.
This one has English.
It has all of them, all the games that I have.
That's a
most
good
of them.
art style.
You die, and then you and a bunch of people end up in the afterlife, and you need to figure out what the hell has happened. That's basically it. Basically the premise. And you have
Oh, it's Angel Beats.
kind of. One of them is the murderer. Moto Anomalies, again, a game that did not critically sell well. This is like a budget Persona basically. A budget Persona with a very nice art style. All the versions you can acquire for PS4, day one editions, I've picked mine for like $12 when nobody wanted to have it, so that's fun. Budget Persona in a nutshell.
Oh.
Grim Grimoire once more, again, NAS America title from Vanillaware, right? Yeah, it's
Vanillaware, yeah.
The one that's actually really hard to get into because this one is tough as nails. This is it's a pseudo turn-based. I do not even know how to define the gameplay.
It's kind of like tower defense.
It's a pseudo-based tower defense tactical RPG, and I like because look how much empty space they have on the cover. Why? That's just wasteful. I just wanted to be. I just found it to be funny for some.
That they could have put
and anything would have been better. Root Film. It's a pseudo sequel to Root Ladder? Yes, the Root Ladder. Basically, it's just a fancy tour to show one of Japan's prefectures and to show it's basically a very expensive visual novel promotion material to promote tourism to one of Japanese. I don't remember which prefecture, but I like the art style. Again, wasn't too expensive, so. Children of Morta. It's a roguelike with in pixel style. You play as a bunch of people that need to release some sort of unearthed spirit. I cannot tell more because it will spoil territory. Basically, it's a roguelike. It's kind of like Enter the Gungeon, only with melee combat. Biomutant, again, a game that nobody seemed to like, and I've picked it up for dirt cheap from Game Mania.
Graphically, it was quite impressive, but
the game
didn't get good reviews.
It's like a hit and a miss. Again, I like it. Picked it up for relatively cheap. Watch Dogs Complete Edition. We bought it at the fair where we went to. So, actually no, we bought the second one. The first one, again, it's the complete edition for the PS4.
Yeah, you're a big Ubisoft fanboy, aren't you?
Yeah. Relatively cheap. Troll and I is a game that's been out of print now. The game is garbage. Basically, nobody liked it. It's broken as hell. You can clip out through. The game can bug out on you at any moment. I picked it up for dirt cheap and it's out of print, so it's going to be a fun relic to have down the line. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Again, picked it up for dirt cheap in Game Mania for EcoCheck, so it was like $4, I believe. It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Sure. Same for Redout. It's like a Lightspeed edition that no DLC in there, but again the DLC was expired by the time I picked it up. It's a pseudo racing game. Fun to have, picked up for like $3.
Okay. So this was April, I think, right?
This was...
Should be. That one says February, but that's not correct.
This is March.
How can that be March?
No, this is April. This is
April because I already did March. Now I'll do April. It's going to be short this time.
Is it?
I only bought 3 games in April.
Yes. You lie in April, sir. You're a liar. I call you a liar, sir. You lie in April.
Senran Kagura Peach Ball. I don't think we have to explain still that we are culture people.
No, do explain this to me because I have no idea what this game is about, sir. It seems like it's about.
No, it's like I said, it's a pinball game.
Oh, really? Because I thought there were peaches in there.
See, pinball.
Yes, indeed. We are cultured people. We do not.
I looked it up online. I saw a trailer. I found it so hilarious that I just instantly bought it. Man, I thought this. How can you make this up?
It's actually went up in price quite a lot.
I don't know about that.
Especially now because Nintendo has decided in 2024 to preach the choir and then banish all fan service.
And then these 2 games I bought from the same seller, and it was kind of an opportunity. This guy was selling his entire RPG collection, and some of the games were not very cheap, but they were cheap for what they are supposed to be worth. First one is Threads of Fate. It's an NTSC exclusive, so it only came out in Japan and America. But I have a modern PlayStation, so I can play it. Pretty fun RPG for the PlayStation 1.
Yes.
It's difficult to get in this one game, as you can see, in pretty pristine quality.
It's a very good conversion, yes.
And then Xenogears X, which is an amazing game. It never saw a remaster or anything digitally after that or a sequel, so this is still the only way that you can play this game. It's on PlayStation 1.
Yes, it's,
Very, very good game, and it's with robots.
yeah, so you see, he has a very big tail.
So those are the 3 games that I bought in April.
Great.
Still, these 3 combined, I think it cost me more than all those games that I bought back in January or something. Except for Persona 1, maybe.
It's, yes.
First one, what is it, Baten Kaitos?
So yeah, Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster. I found it for relatively cheap.
Oh, and you also bought Peach Ball.
How do you know? how do you know that? Baten Kaitos needs no introduction, man. It's just it's Baten Kaitos. And yeah,
It's
look, how quaint, right?
It's funny how we buy the exact same games around the same time span sometimes.
Wow, Senran Kagura Peach Ball. It's about peaches and balls.
Yeah.
And Pikmin 1 and 2. I found it for relatively cheap, and I decided to get the German version. But yeah. And a fitness boxing too, because it's fitness and boxing. You box to music on the Switch. Let's see. Monster Menu. I'm a big. Can you tell that I'm a big NES fan? Well, it should be obvious. It's basically a roguelike survival game. You just go as a bunch of adventurers and you try to survive. That is basically it. Demon Gaze Extra. Found it for relatively cheap. Dungeon. Is it dungeon crawl? Yeah.
It is a dungeon crawler, yes.
It is a dungeon crawler.
With a little bit of fan service.
Gunvolt Striker Pack.
That also has fan service.
It's
It's like Mega Man.
It's basic. It's Mega
Mega
Man made by Inti Creates. And well, the rest of the Just Dance 2015. Again, Game Mania. Well, found it for dirt cheap. Then a bunch of games that are no longer available. This is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen for the PlayStation.
It's actually
3.
Transformers Die Rache.
Yes, Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers: A Dark Spark, again out of print. The price is not indicative, but whoever crazy person bought this for $60 may God have mercy on their soul. And then War of Cybertron, which was also out of print by now. Relatively expensive game. What was it? $20. I find it to be expensive. And then, well, the game that I actually never believed would release in a physical version and that I would buy immediately when it was available. It's Far Cry Blood Dragon. Limited run release, so this is the only time that is available.
Limited run.
Yes, limited run.
Does it have a number? Oh, actually it does.
558.
That's quite neat.
Because this was originally the DLC for Far Cry 3, I believe. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. It's Grand Blue Fantasy. You kill a bunch of
You still
things.
have it closed? I
No,
thought
it's
you
open.
already... Oh, I see.
It's open. Platinum.
Because you completed that one, right?
The Platinum is a pain in the ass. Unicorn Overlord. Yeah, well, it's Vanillaware. You cannot go wrong with that. It's a pretty good game.
That is probably in the top 3 of the best games I played this year.
7 Deadly Sins: Knights of Britannia, because everybody likes to clown on the 7 Deadly Sins, including you and me. Again, the game is out of print, so this is the only...
First season was quite alright of the anime, but then it went downhill pretty fast.
Yeah, because the manga was some of the greatest writing known to man. Out of print, so only the physical version can be gotten on the PS4 by now. Watch Dogs 2, yay!
Ubisoft.
Because it's Watch Dogs, and it's
I
Watch
think
Dogs 2.
when Ubisoft goes bankrupt this year, all of your Ubisoft games will probably skyrocket in price.
Maybe, who can say? Wow, look, what a surprise! Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon again. This are all picked up for dirt cheap at Game Mania, so whatever. Ghost Recon, it's Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, and you're in the wildlands, so you shoot a bunch of things in the wilds.
Yeah, like in every Ubisoft game.
Street Fighter 6 needs no introduction. I mean, Street Fighter, we've played it. The world mode is pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
And then, well, to top it off, then was Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Not the definitive edition, but for the price, I could not let it slide. And the same thing for Street Fighter 5.
Good to have in the collection. My favorite is still Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Probably because I'm a sucker for nostalgia.
Fair enough.
Okay, what is next? May? I think it's May, right?
It's May. We're in May. We're still in May.
Also, not really that many purchases in May. Probably one of the most expensive purchases I've made is Skies of Arcadia Legends for the Nintendo GameCube. Still the only possible way that you can play it. Let me think if that's correct. I believe it also came out on Dreamcast. Yeah, it's either Dreamcast or GameCube, but GameCube is the best version.
Yeah, with the son of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Very expensive to get.
Everything for Captain Jack Sparrow, sir.
With Skies of Arcadia, it's often called one of the best RPGs ever made, so you have to have that in your collection. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, like you said multiple times, it needs no introduction or explanation.
You actually do not play as the Prince of Persia.
This is the best Ubisoft game that came out this year, and it's also the one that sold the worst, probably.
The funny part is the studio doesn't exist anymore. They closed the studio down, so
I blame the advertisement. I mean, nobody knew that it came out.
It
was there, and it was terrible.
They had a terrible promotion campaign for this game. Nobody knew. Yeah, that's true.
And then we have Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. You also bought it, so
yes,
huge Yakuza fan. So
yes,
it's an instant buy.
I know we can sell the 7 Seas with Uncle Goro Majima this year as well.
Next month.
Yes, well, look at that.
Then we have Gal Guardians, Demon Purge. It has characters from the Galgun games.
And there's a sequel in the works as well.
Always nice to have that. Also not that expensive.
It's a Metroidvania. It's relatively.
And then a game that you probably don't like that much. At least I heard that you're not really a fan of it. But it's Senran Kagura, and it was the only game that I'm still missing, if I'm not mistaken. Except maybe for PlayStation Vita's Shinobi Versus. I think I still have to get that one. But other than that, I have all the Senran Kagura games now.
Yeah, this is the last one in the series.
Yeah, that as well. And then Persona 5 Tactica. Also came in cheap. Persona 5, I have all the other Persona games and spin-offs except for Persona 2, for which I'm waiting for a remaster or remake because those games are just too expensive. And also the second game of Persona 2, because there's actually 2 parts, is only out in Japan. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to play that one. And that is May for me, so. And all of them, well, except for Skies of Arcadia, which is second hand, obviously, all of them are still on their original cover.
June, again. Can you tell that I'm a visual novel fan? Anonymous Code, this is the conclusion to the whole Steins Gate Robotics Node series so far, because there is well, I cannot explain this for reasons, but if you ever read this, you will know why. Lies of P, the game that was made by the people who only made rhythm games, and then they decided to make a Souls-like, which is pretty good. It's Lies of P. He's a Pinocchio, and he lies.
Yes. Well, that's also one that I bought this year, a bit later.
Fallen Legion Revenants. This is a game that I've been quite a fan of. I have the original for the Switch, and now you have both of them for the PS5. You have.
What is the name of the first Fallen Legion game again?
There are actually 2 of them, and then they bonded.
There was one that I didn't like that much.
Yeah, there's one with the dude and the one with the woman. So I do not remember. I do not remember anymore.
It was the one that came before Flames of the Rebellion.
Yes, it's the one with the.
That one I didn't like that much.
This is the sequel. Just Cause 3, we picked it up at the convention. It was dirt cheap. It's Just Cause.
There's explosions. That's
basically it. Do you need more? Far Cry New Dawn, also picked it up on the convention. Was relatively cheap. It's a
Ubisoft game.
Is it? How can you tell? It's better than Far Cry 5 because it has a lot of funky colors in there. So it's like kind of your own LSD. So it's an LSD version of Far Cry 5. And then a game that I did not believe that would ever come out as a physical on a PlayStation 4. This is literally Stalker, Shadows of Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat, and the original Stalker on a PlayStation 4 console and physical. I cannot believe that I'm holding this, and I still cannot believe this until date. It's still on the PS4.
It's the Japanese version.
It is. There's only one version in physical, and that's the Japanese, but it has all the languages on it. Oh, what a surprise! Persona 5 Tactica. I wonder why do I have it. Probably because it was relatively cheap. And again, it's Persona 5. And
that game went down in price pretty fast.
yeah, man, that's...
It's also not really a long game.
That's right, yeah. Nexamon and Nexamon Extinction. There's two games in one package. You cannot go wrong. It's Pokemon, but it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
You cannot say this is Pokemon. And Battlefield 1, look at that. I bought it for $1 because it was dirt cheap.
That's the first EA game that I've seen this year.
Yes, I believe so.
Well, I hope you have some time. This is the biggest amount of games I think from.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
I remember that.
We went to the game convention.
I was with you.
So I'll quickly go over these. Devil May Cry 4, for PlayStation 3. You also have the PlayStation 4 version, obviously, but this one was quite cheap.
It's the same game, and it's just
the only PC game that I bought. I don't even have a disk drive anymore on my laptop, but I was a big fan of the Lord of the Rings Battle of Middle-earth franchise. Only has 2 games and a DLC. Good to have this one. It went up in price a lot.
Yes.
And then for some reason, all of a sudden, it was on the game convention for $20, so I decided to buy it. It's complete.
The fun fact, I threw mine away back in the day because I did not like it.
Oh, you did it? Well, I love it. I like the first game more though. And then we have Crash Bandicoot Warped. I just need to have it because I own all the other Crash Bandicoot games.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
I used to have it and then I sold it on eBay and I regret it ever since. And now I got it back and in very good condition, as you can see.
That is indeed good condition.
And this is what you started the year with.
Look at that! Look at that! It's Lava Esquire, but yours has a sticker. Ah no, you
still have the prize on it even.
look at that.
It actually says "Get good, get late."
Yes. It's Lava Esquire. It's a good game.
Yeah, you recommended this game to me. I
Yes.
believe, at the convention.
This is a game that I cannot
I
recommend
decided
enough.
to get it. And then we have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the best version, Nintendo GameCube. There also is a PlayStation 4 version, but it's not good. The fans hate it. Everything that was good about the original, they just butchered it in that remaster for some reason. So this is still the better version. And then we have Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, one of the Zelda games I don't own yet. There's still a lot of them that I don't own, but this is one of the better ones.
Do you have Spirit Tracks for Nintendo DS?
No, not yet. I don't have any Legend of Zelda DS game yet. Yeah, that's for later. It's not a priority. Scribblenauts Showdown. I bought it for €3 at the convention. Quite fun. You can also play it in co-op. So.
Fun fact: everything can be solved by just typing in Cthulhu.
Maybe, I have no idea.
That's the solution for every Scribblenauts game.
Then we have Devil May Cry 5 to complete the Devil May Cry collection.
The game that nobody liked.
Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle, physical version, quite nice to have in the collection.
The one with all the DLC.
And when I was looking for that game, it was difficult to find it cheap online, but then...
You were lucky that you found it at the convention, man, because that thing was like a steal for that price.
And then we have No Man's Sky, which probably has 100 gigabytes of patch by now, but well, we don't have to talk about No Man's Sky that much. It was a game that released in an unfinished state, and a lot of promises that they didn't keep, but then somehow they made the biggest recovery ever, and now it's quite an amazing game with a lot of features. So.
That's with a 200 gigabyte download.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Then we have Tenchu, Fatal Shadows, one of the few Tenchu games that I didn't own yet, and then it was there at the game convention, just like most of these games that I already showed you.
Looks in good condition.
Same story with Musashi, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I have the PlayStation 1 game, which also came out in America only, and this is a PAL version.
Look at the size of the shoes.
One of my favorite platformer games, Psychonauts. Good to have a physical copy, also came quite cheap.
That looks
in good condition. South Park, good game, funny, it's South Park.
Yeah.
Then we have Senran Kagura Beach Beach Splash to complete the Senran Kagura collection that I was talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
One of the more expensive ones, because this is actually a limited run game.
Yeah.
it only came out physically in I think 1,000 copies, and this is copy number 163.
This is back in the day when Limited Run actually did their limited number thingy.
A lot of fun. I got the platinum this year, and if you ever want to play it, I can always lend it out. I mean, you have a Vita, right? No, you don't have a Vita. I can also give you the Vita. Doesn't matter.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah, there's more.
It's a box of infinite storage space.
This was Culture Month.
Yeah,
And
is
Gaming
it?
Convention Month.
Is
Yes.
it? Is it Oh, okay,
Sega
yes.
Gaga Reflections. Once again, limited run.
Yes, it's the one where you can play Massage Senpai. And you can massage their sore muscles after
Yes.
after a heavy day of work.
And then these two. Do I really have to talk about them?
Dude, the wife who discovered and wife uncovered needs no introduction to the cultured gentleman among us. These are games
Do you know this one?
that I know Shuttlecock. The name alone is like why.
The most child-friendly console of them all, or supposedly the most child-friendly one, the one that the parents always buy for their kids as like
Just for a fun fact.
the worst.
This games literally have. These games are promoted to be played with one hand. We cannot promote that enough. We cannot stress that enough. Culture gentle.
More cultured games. Seven Pirates Age.
Yeah, the H stands for history.
Yeah, for history. Yes, about pirates.
About pirates, yes.
Mugen Souls.
Mugen Soul Z. Yeah, very very cultured. Look at that.
And the Labyrinth.
Is that Labyrinth live? Am I? You know, it would be funny
Almost
if,
there.
if the box was at the bottom and the people would just keep handing you things to get out of the box. So
Then we have Estival Versus for PlayStation Vita.
I'm surprised that you bought it for the Vita.
Why did I buy it for the Vita again?
It's probably cheaper.
Yeah, probably.
The version is the same. It doesn't matter. It's a good game.
And then Bravely Second and Layer for 3DS. Raven Default, great games.
Bravely
one
Second.
is no
Bravely Second is the best of the series.
I played the first one, still to play the other ones.
Bravely Second was
This was probably the craziest month of them all.
could be.
Starting in July.
Metroid Dread. It's Metroid Dread that they released.
It's good.
It's an okay game. It's not as good as all the other ones, but I mean it's Metroidvania.
Oh, you have a physical copy of Cassette Beast.
Yeah, this one was gifted to me by my loyal patrons. I didn't even know that this was released in physical, and apparently it did. So this was a surprise. Has all the DLC on it. I did not even know that had a DLC. So
We played that for a while, I think last year
Yeah.
on New Year's Day or something.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years
Yeah, it
already?
was 2 years already. Okay. Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
We're getting old.
We are getting old. We're so handsome though. You cannot change your.
We get more handsome every
and
year.
rich and handsome. The two more important things. All the other things can be bought with money. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. It's the better version of the two, depending on who you ask. I mean,
I actually bought Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance at the end of the year, but then something went wrong with the delivery and then they just cancelled it.
That sucks.
And I bought it when it was on discount, and after they cancelled it, when I tried to buy it again, it wasn't discount anymore, so I don't have it yet.
You can find it for PS5 relatively.
It's going to go down in price again, I guess.
World Dance Club is by the same dude who has written 9 Persons, 9 Hours, 9 Doors. You're a bunch of teenagers at the literally end of the world, so it's pretty fun. Again, very underrated game. This one came with the except for the crappy DLC.
Digital soundtrack.
No, nobody cares. Art book, but the art book is like yee big, and it's like 10 pages, but still fun to have. Hatsune Miku Logic Paint. It's basically a mobile
Minesweeper.
Yeah, kind of a Minesweeper. It was a limited run release, and why not? Fun to have. Jedi Fallen Order is basically a Souls-like with the Star Wars setting in there. I bought it for dirt cheap from Game Mania, so yeah.
I didn't know that you liked that game.
Relatively cheap, wasn't that bad. Fallacy Arbiter's Mark. It's basically a Disgaea game set in a medieval universe. This one comes with a poster and I believe Is it the OST or the OST on digital? Oh, it actually says it. It says a tip book, a world map, a poster, and that's about it. Well, no DLC. All the DLC on the disc. Pretty fun. I cannot have enough of this guy games. And then again, relatively cheap. Fires of Rubicon launch edition. Armored Core Fires of Rubicon comes with like
long-awaited sequel.
Comes with a bunch of lenticular art cards that nobody cares about. So as Fires of Rubicon, that's pretty good. That needs no explanation. I have all of them. So this was the last one to top the list off. Nothing exciting in EO June, as you can see. Not as exciting as the rest of the year.
July, you mean? You are already at July.
We are indeed in July, yes.
Okay. What did I get in July? First of all, Bishi Bashi Special, which I would very much like to play with you later tonight.
No.
It's a crazy Japanese game. Have you ever played this?
That's not crazy, you know, or Japanese for me.
You have no idea what.
You have promoted this game more than enough to me, sir.
This is a lot of fun. Then for the Vita, do I have to say again that we are culture people?
I have no idea what this game is about. Do explain this to our loyal audience.
This game is called Valkyrie Drive Bikuni Edition.
It seems like it's a part of a Valkyria Chronicles universe.
It's from the same guy that made Senran Kagura. So it's basically about all these amazing women.
Amazingly proportioned and voluptuous women.
That go to class and
then they
always behave themselves.
And then they become lesbian weapons by hugging one another.
Yeah, well, basically, if you fight, then you can destroy their clothes or something.
Yes.
It's probably going to be something.
Yes,
like that. That's the main gimmick of those Senran Kagura.
They become weapons by engaging in Yuri activities with one another. Yes, the only exclusive one.
And then we have Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is
Vita exclusive.
It's Uncharted, and it's, as you said, is a PlayStation Vita exclusive. No. So it's good to have if you have a Vita.
Yeah.
Still have to get to playing.
Recommend it. Good game.
Then for the Xbox 360, we have The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings. I'm still hoping that I can get like a box to put this one in because the box is a bit damaged, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the inside, there's nothing wrong with it. Good game to have physically.
Oh yes, of course. Good game.
And then do I have to say once again that we are culture people?
Are we?
Leisure Suit Larry for the PlayStation 2. I mean, it comes from a time when there was a lot less censorship and Sony wasn't really, you know, they weren't as crazy on the censorship as they are now. It's the uncut version as well.
The funny part is the game is relatively tame for Leisure Suit Larry standards.
It is, and the gameplay is also bare bones. It's actually not a good game, but just owning a PlayStation 2 game where you have nudity and everything, you just have to have it. Man.
The funny part is the biggest nudity is that the woman show up in there.
And then we have Leisure Suit Larry box office bust for the Xbox 360. Trying to complete the Larry collection.
This one went up in price quite a lot since it became out of print.
And then we have for the Nintendo Switch, Wet Dreams Dry Twice. It's actually quite a tame game. Just has a lot of the sexual innuendos and remarks, but other than that, there's not really that much crazy going on.
The title.
I still need one of those, like a different game for the Switch. What's it called again? Larry.
I know which one you mean.
Wet Dreams Don't Dry, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get a hold of it. I believe it was like a limited run, and
either that or some other company
that was
limited in print. Yeah.
Not at a decent price, at least. That's July.
No Switch.
Oh, that's already a great one to have.
Tomb Raider trilogy. It's the HD version for the classic Tomb Raider trilogy for PlayStation 2 and 1.
The PlayStation 2. This is PlayStation 2. But the PlayStation 2 games, some of them are already like remakes of the PlayStation 1 games.
Probably there's a bunch of extra. I don't remember what it's like. I think like a bunch of movies or something.
It's good to have. Those are fun games.
And well, Steins Gate, the original for the PS3, which is like the Belgian version, is like hard to come by for some reason. So if you have one of those, it has kind of some value to it.
What Belgian version?
The one that has the Belgian.
It has Dutch text on it.
Yes, you have one as well in Dutch, I believe. Then I decided to pick up on Splinter Cell before, again, Ubisoft... No, actually that was long before Ubisoft
You decided to pick up a Ubisoft game for a change.
Yes, I did. Splinter Cell, it's the double agent thingy. It's one of the last ones.
With Mr. Sam Fisher.
Yes, Sam Fisher. And again, Splinter Cell Trilogy. This one was pretty difficult to find, and actually in a sealed condition as well. I find it.
Oh, I could have given you that for free. I have it in my basement for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, well,
but you don't have a PlayStation 2.
It's the HD version again. I'm a big fan of collection of games, so this one is sealed as well. So. And again, Sniper 2. This one's actually we've bought it at the convention, so this for some reason decided to move to August. I don't remember why. There's a steelbook edition for Sniper 2, which nobody seems to like except for me.
So you lied to the audience. You actually got this one in June.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that could happen. Logistics.
Oblivion? You didn't have that yet?
I bought it for like $4. I actually had Oblivion, but the funny part is I had it for
the best part of this is actually that you can get €5 off of buying the Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
That's why I bought it. I bought it for $5 to get $5 off for Skyrim.
Yeah, and then you could get Skyrim for free then.
You know, the funny part is the only reason is I have this is that it doesn't have all the DLC on it, so that's fun. That's the making of the DVD on. That's the only reason why I bought it. And if you buy the making of DVD, it costs more than the whole thing together. So again, TV Superstars. This is like a PlayStation Move title. I bought it for $1 from Game Mania, so why not? Also, speaking of things that I bought for $1, it's a Formula 1 2018 edition. Again, €1.
Do you know any of these guys?
No, there's a bunch of. I think there's a Schumacher. This is like his brother, and this is probably I don't know his dad or something. And then also relatively cheap from
Ubisoft games.
This is Hawks. Both Hawks 1 and 2 have been delisted, so they're not available physically, or they're only physically and not digitally anymore. It's a dogfighting game. You fight with airplanes and you kill other people that fly by airplanes. That's all the exciting things for August.
Okay.
Oh, they're all in a cute little package. Look at that. Yeah, that seems to be a bottomless package as well. Go on, take all the rest out of it as well. Don't be shy.
We've already seen this one before.
Have we?
Demon Gaze Extra.
Never heard of it before.
So yeah, I bought it a bit later than you. Very decent price. This one we have seen as well.
Really?
Grimoire. I can always not pronounce that one. That's Vanillaware. It's for the Vanillaware collection. Huge Vanillaware fan. Same thing goes for the Trails games and everything. Everything that's been made by Neil and Falcom. So Nayuta, Boundless Trails. That's the one that you don't have yet, I believe. But you're not really a fan.
I'm not a fan of this version because I only like the modern version, not like the chibi ones.
To each their own.
Yes.
Then we have Dungeon Travelers 2. Need I explain to the audience what kind of people that we are?
I do not know. This one looks like a very tame and family-friendly dungeon crawler. I have no idea what you're talking, sir.
Yeah. Seal monsters, save the world, and get the girls.
Seems like a family-friendly game to me.
And then we have Conception 2.
Would you care to explain to the audience what this game is? Because I'm very confused about the title.
It's difficult to explain, but you have like classmates, they're all girls, and you are like a star child, and you can get together with these girls, and then you can have like a baby. It's not really shown or anything, but then this baby inherits qualities of both parents, and then you can mix them up again and stuff like that. It's
sounds very cultured indeed.
Yeah, it's very cultured. Let's keep it at that. And then we have Bravely Default, brand new, unopened for 3DS. I played it digitally first on my 3DS, so this one is actually the game that I already played, completed. I just want to have for the collection.
Yes.
Unicorn Overlord, one of the best games I played this year. Usually underrated at the Game of the Year rewards, I think. That's my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah. Vanillaware, that's a bonus. And then the two final PlayStation Vita games that I bought this year. There's Operation Bubble and Operation Abyss, which are sequels, I guess.
Yes, they are. These are expensive, man.
Not.
These are wow. Then you were lucky to buy them because they're
Maybe
relatively
they are
expensive
now,
to
but,
get.
I think I paid like $20 for them.
Oh, yeah, then you just have a good deal. Damn.
Was on that game. Demon Gaze 2.
Yeah,
I just saw the first one, so this is the sequel, I guess.
Yeah, it's been delisted as well, so that's fun.
And then, just to think back on the time that BioWare was actually good, we have Dragon Age.
Mm-hmm.
The good Dragon Age games.
And then in December you have bought Veilguard.
No, I have not.
The long-awaited sequel
if they ever scratch their nonsense out of that, but I think that game is that game cannot have any redemption.
with best sack of
It
potatoes.
cannot be saved.
Best sack of potato stash.
And then Beyond Good and Evil.
A Ubisoft game? What?
A good Ubisoft game.
A Ubisoft
I
game?
didn't even know that it was Ubisoft, but PlayStation 2. The remaster came out, but it's the same game.
It's the same game with a slightly prettier graphics. Wow.
But one of the better PlayStation 2 games.
You play as a pig.
Good to have.
You have a pig as a companion. A talking pig as a companion that smokes cigars.
Yeah, just like in Sly.
Do we need to say more? Look at that! It's Made in Abyss. It's a game that follows the first season of the anime, and then it has a completely separate campaign which you can only play after you beat the hated by everyone main campaign of the game. You can create your own adventure, and then you can kind of try to survive. It's a roguelike, basically, set in Made in Abyss universe.
Didn't even know that they had a game.
Well, you do now.
Yes.
And Tales to Daybreak, which is a PS4 version for some reason, like retardedly expensive. I do not know why. PS5 version costs like 3 times the version for the PS4. And Dredge, I've gotten Dredge. Dredge is a pretty good game.
It is a good game.
You sail on your little boat and then you hope that you do not catch Cthulhu. That's Dredge in a nutshell. Then Legends of Legacy. This is a Furyu game, again a company that's very divisive, that a lot of people do not seem to like. I'm a big fan. Legend of Legacy is the HD remaster for the 3DS version, so...
Yeah, that has the frog from Chrono Trigger.
Among other things, yes. There's a frog with a top hat. Monster Nox for yes.
Oh, you finally got Monstrum Nox.
Yes, I finally got Monster Nox. This one came completely damaged, so that's always fun. I do not know how explain to me how you can
Oh, that's a shame.
how you can have the case intact, but how can you break these two things in the middle? I do not know.
I think it puts pressure on it or something from the outside.
And then all the extra contents, I cannot complain. So
It's not really sturdy anyway. I mean the inside.
again, visual novels have been it's an escape of Norwood and Rescue. This is basically, well, it has been promoted as a horny Danganronpa. You're a bunch of very sexy people trapped on an island, and then you have to, actually no, it's a reality show. And you're trapped on an island and you have to kill one another. But the game is actually pretty good, but that's really a pain in the ass to replay.
Never seen this one before.
Because of really terrible marketing.
It has bad language and gambling.
Yes.
It looks pretty nice.
It is a good game. Again, Process of Elimination.
Visual novel?
It's a visual novel. It's again, as Danganronpa. This is basically like the same thing, but very good graphics. Again, can you tell that I am an NAS America fan? Because I am. This is a good game. Greedfall. Greedfall has been one of the best games from Spiders. Greedfall 2 will be releasing soon. You basically play like... It's kind of like Fable. Fable with fantasy elements in there. Pretty good game. Onechambara 2 Chaos. You play as a woman who slashes zombies with her katana. Do I need to explain? Do I need to say more?
Yes, say more.
And then Disaster Report 4. This is one of the underappreciated games that did not get as much love and appreciation that other people should have. It's basically, it has been held back for a while when the Japanese earthquake happened,
Oh yeah.
and then well, there's a VR version to it. It's pretty janky, but it's an endearing quality to it. You play as a survivor in the apocalypse, and you have to survive.
Okay.
And that is all for
September.
September.
How time flies, right?
It does.
Okay, September. We have Mary Skelter 2. Not limited run? No, it is not limited run.
It is limited run.
Is it? Oh.
No, it's been published by
Oh,
a
yeah,
limited
yeah,
run,
it's
but it's not a
limited
limited run game.
So it was also difficult to get one of these.
That's a pain in the ass to get. Yes.
Happy to have this one. And then we have Sword and Fairy Together Forever, the deluxe edition. I think there is an even bigger ultra deluxe edition, but this one is already quite nice. Comes along with the physical game,
And most
chipboard character standees, digital soundtrack,
and most importantly, the custom DLC.
a playing card game actually.
One deck, yes.
Yes, key rings, collector's box.
They played that game in game as well.
I think it's one of the first games that came to Western audiences.
The-
Sword and Fairy is
Yeah.
a game series that's been going on for quite a while
Yeah,
in the East.
it's a very prominent wuxia franchise game. That's correct.
Then we have the Quarry, which is made by Supermassive Games.
Yes.
Creators of what's it called again? Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, among
Until
other
Dawn.
things.
Basically the same thing, just a different setting.
I believe it's out of print as well.
Almost finished it. I've been playing it with 2 colleagues, but it's difficult to get together. So we're like 75% done, and I already forgot everything that happened because last time we came to play the game it was a long time ago. I like Until Dawn more actually. It's not bad. Fun to have. Then we have Life is Strange Before the Storm. I'm a big Life is Strange fan. Now I have to correct myself.
Did you have to think about that for a moment there?
I'm a big Life is Strange 1 fan with Max and Chloe. So
And Sam. Yes, Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher is not in this game.
Oh.
There is a Sam in that game though.
No, there
But
you go.
Life is Strange Before the Storm, one of the better Life is Strange games. One that you should have because it adds a lot of content, a lot of backstory to Life is Strange
Yeah,
1.
it's the Adios edition.
The Adios, yes. And Super Pregio.
Prezio.
Prezio.
Yes.
Oh, Pregio. No idea. Dragon's Crown Pro, we played that game together.
On the
For
PS3,
a
but
long
it's the
time.
same thing.
Yeah. Vanillaware, I want to complete the Vanillaware collection. Good to have.
Also the
All
PS3.
hand drawn like Vanillaware's staple, I guess.
Yes. Speaking of Vanillaware,
And then we have Odin Sphere,
yes. And now please the full title, please.
Leif Tracir.
Yes.
As you said, it's Vanillaware. Very beautiful. I played digitally first.
That's a good game.
It also came broken, and this is actually a different disc, or the different cover, than what it originally came in.
Viva the Mail Service.
And then we have Bully for PlayStation 2, the PAL version.
The complete edition.
They had a name change for that one. Also good to have. It's a great game.
That's a great. It's the teenager GTA, basically.
And then Mary Skelter finale
Yes.
to complete the Mary Skelter story. For now, I only finished Nightmares this year, so looking forward to playing the second game whenever I have time
That's
to work on my backlog.
gonna take a while. That's a long game.
So there's that.
They're all relatively long. Again, visual novels. This is Deathmark. This is the end of the trilogy for Hunter, Spirit Hunter, the one that I've shown in the previous month. This is the third entry. Again, it's a visual novel with a horror visual novel, basically. The sound design is amazing.
Yeah, a lot of reading to catch up on.
Arms is a wacky, physical-based game for Nintendo Switch. You box with your hands.
With your arms.
Your hands, actually. Yeah,
That's why it's called Arms.
Yeah, it should have been called hands, but okay, fine. relatively damaged, so that's fun. So I did not ever think that they would be able to damage a Switch case, but woe is me.
Yeah, they are.
And then Somebody Amigo Party Central. It's a rhythm game for the Switch. You shake your maracas, and again, I did not expect ever to see a Somebody Amigo.
So you have
on
to
Switch.
hold the nunchucks, or what's it called on Switch?
Switch controllers.
Or just controllers? Okay.
And you just shake them as maracas. Again, relatively cheap. It was too crazy to pass up.
Oninaki.
And then Oninaki. So I have Oninaki, just a small and quick history lesson for the people, right? The company that produced Oninaki was called Tokyo RPG Factory. So their whole goal was to produce games that were a harkening back to the 90s. So all 3 of their games that they've produced were janky as hell, but very nice in an artistic way. So what are the games they've produced? I'm Setsuna was the first. The second one was Lost Sphere, and then the third one was Oninaki, and then they went bankrupt in 2024 because nobody wanted to buy their games, because nobody was a fan of back to the 90s. Again, this kind of plays like it's not Hades. It's an arena base. You get to an arena with a bunch of monsters. You kill the monster, then you proceed to finish the story. Very underappreciated and underrated game. I'm a big fan. I finished it this year, relatively fast too. Kind of grindy, but that's all of their games. Utama Rozan, this is kind of like a yes, I know.
You got that one?
I know. You know how much?
You don't like it?
I bought it for $10.
Yeah, well, still you don't
I
like
bought
it.
Ultimazan is a terrible game that I do not promote to anyone because it literally speedruns toward the first game at the breakneck pace. So what is it? This is an arena. This is like a.
It's like Dynasty Warriors.
It's Dynasty Warrior arena like with Ultimazan. $10. Was too crazy to pass it up. Again, can you tell that I'm a big NAS fan? Because whoop-de-doo, Cry Machina, again, a game that nobody seemed to like when it was released. Was it a year or 2 ago? I like the fact that they have all reversible covers for Cry Machina. This is a very artistic game. This is kind of like Blue Reflection, only with cyborgs instead of magical girls. Magical girl cyborgs. And again, this is a pseudo-sequel towards Crystar, which was released also by NS America, and again Furyu, 2 years before.
You were not a fan of Crystar, right?
I am a big fan of Crystar.
Oh, you are? What is that game you didn't like then? It was something with Cry. No, it doesn't matter.
I know which one you mean, but I don't remember. Kowloon High School Chronicle. This is like a very old school, very stat-heavy kind of D&D dungeon crawler, which is a hit and a miss, and again was not really critically acclaimed. I bought it for dirt cheap from that game for like $10, and I was like, sure, why not? Final Fantasy VIII Remaster. I just like the quality of life changes in this game. The fact that you can quick save before every battle. You can disable you can. There's a bunch of things. You can disable all the random battles. You can like have an instant 999 limit break if you want to. The only drawback is that the backgrounds they look like crap.
Yeah, you still have to rope skip.
Yes, this is the one with
like 1,000 times.
This is not correct because I want Ezio, the Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection again. Ubisoft, but it was relatively cheap.
Those are not bad games.
These are
Those are probably the best Assassin's Creed games after Black Flag.
These are still better than their originals because they have all the crappy they have all the crappy dead multiplayer removed from them, and they have all the DLC on them, and a bunch of extra movies, so that was fun to get. Fate Summer Remnant. It's a Fate game. It's again still relatively expensive. I managed to find it for dirt cheap, so I bought dirt cheap, relatively cheaper than it is on the market right now. So, and then Trails into Reverie. That is October.
That cover of Trails into Reverie looks a lot better than the one that I have. It's different.
It's just a reversible cover.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So if you have the German version, you can just flip it around and you will not have to see that it's from Germany.
Okay, I have to use my both hands for this.
Yeah, that's and all the other boxes as well. There are 3 more boxes under the table. Yes,
But those aren't that big. Okay, October, right?
This is October.
Best game I played this year, Baldur's Gate.
Veilguard.
Yes, Baldur's Gate: The Veilguard. Yeah, what can I say about this game that hasn't been said yet? It's if you like role playing, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, or even if you don't like Dungeons and Dragons, you just like role playing and you want to make your own character. The customization is amazing. The randomness of everything is amazing. The amount of choice that you can make in this specific game, it's almost limitless. I mean, it's crazy.
You can romance a bear.
It was a yeah, you can romance a bear. Yeah. That's a huge plus for
That-
men of culture.
For people of all cultural taste, yes. The more options.
I
you
don't
have,
think I have to promote this game anymore. I mean,
it's the Cthulhu edition.
it's going to be very difficult to top a game of this quality in the coming year. Actually, Baldur's Gate. Then, I think I got like an extra paycheck or something in October. I don't know.
I don't know.
We have Kingdom Hearts, a story so far. I've played the first Kingdom Hearts game, great game. I haven't gotten to the rest yet, except for like a weird Kingdom Hearts game, like a spin-off for the.
They have everything on there that was
this is
ever
almost
released
everything
besides
except
3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, which I already owned. So good to have this one on PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Then we have Melody of Memory. I like rhythm games as well, and this one has the Kingdom Hearts soundtracks on it, which are pretty great, but it also has Disney songs on it, which will be fun to play. It's also good to have. So yeah, this is my Trails into Reverie cover, PlayStation 5.
If you flip it around, you have the same one that I have.
Big Trails fan, so only obvious that I got to bind this one as well. Yeah, I remember again why I bought these kind of games. I mean, I've got like an extra pay from work. Stellar Blade, probably going to get to that game in the next coming month. Yes. You're a man of culture.
What, this just looks like a fun adventure seafaring game.
This was also Lord of the Rings month. I pretty much got every Lord of the Rings game that I ever want to get. Far in the North. I used to have this one on PC. Maybe I still have it, or maybe I got rid of it, I'm not sure.
Oh, now we have 2 of them.
But now I have it on PlayStation 3, which is a lot better. And then we have Conquest.
Ah, yes. What's wrong with that cover?
Some people liked it, some people didn't.
Why is the cover upside down?
Is it?
It is upside down because that's the top.
Ah.
Unless it's an Asian version, you have to open it in Asia.
Let me see.
It's the cover is flipped, but it doesn't matter. You can flip it around later. Well, or it's a very unique version. That's also good to have.
Then probably the only game that I have here that's been made by Sierra.
Sierra, good old Sierra.
Yeah. The Hobbit.
Yes.
It was only $5.
It's Frodo.
It's a bad platformer. It came out before the movies came out, so it's actually not based on any of the movie characters. So they all look like they look like shit. I mean, this is Gollum.
This Golem still looks better than the recent Golem we've gotten. So that's a plus.
Then we have a game that I had a lot of fun with on Steam.
As
Got
a Wilderness
PlayStation
fanboy.
5, PlayStation 4, maybe I think as well release. It's fun to have. Just like Baldur's Gate, if you like role playing, this is an indie game that where you can also have a lot of choice and randomness in it.
Yeah, just for reference, the monster menu included is really big. It's like really
yeah,
big.
if you open the box, it like expands and then
Yeah, it's a pop-up book.
Then Lords of the Fallen for PlayStation 5. Got it quite cheap. You played the PlayStation 3 game, right?
Yeah,
Did you like it?
2 different games.
Oh.
2 different. It's a Souls-like. It works.
And then we have Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, the deluxe edition with more blackness in it.
We finally had a physical copy coming out. I think I instantly got it. Chinese mythology, that's a big plus. Then we have Valterian Arc Hero School Story 2. Not an amazing game. I liked the first one. First one was a lot of fun, but the difference between this one is for this one they went to turn-based combat instead of the action combat from the first game. And, it's not as good, but I like the simulation elements of it. you basically build a school, and then you get like new furniture and everything, and you upgrade your teachers and your class and everything. Every year it gets better. There are some activities during the year, and you can go on quests with the students that enroll over these 3 years to see them develop, and at the end they graduate, and based on how well you did, they get better grades, and based on the grades they get like a different profession.
Did you name your headmaster Gandalf?
I haven't played it yet. I only played the first one.
Or you can call him Dumbledore, and then you
I'm
can.
not sure if you can rename it.
Then you can make
Cannot
the best
remember.
Hogwarts ever, sir. Rune Factory.
Yes. Wait. Big Rune Factory fan.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Rune Factory 4 Special is the game that I played the most in 2023. Now I got a physical copy of it. And then I also got Rune Factory 3 Special and Rune Factory 5. But the gimmick, the game is pretty much the same, just different characters.
5 is still the best one.
Probably. Still have to get to it. Octopath Traveler 2. Very good game.
It is a
Don't
good
need to say
game.
anything more about that, I guess. 8 characters, whose stories at the end come together, or kinda get together. That's why it's Octo, of course. Shadowverse, Champions Battle. Both you and I, we play a lot of Shadowverse on PC.
It's just a fun fact. It's based on the
basically,
anime.
yeah, but it's almost dead.
It's dead.
It's pretty much dead.
It's dead.
So this is a nice token of remembrance
Yeah.
to how great the game used to be.
Yes, they actually have a lot of risky cards for a bunch of children that are in middle school. They should not be playing those. With Buxom Succubi.
And then we have Metaphor,
What?
Fantasio.
Oh, I believe that's wrong. It should be said Persona 6, but it seems like a typo of some sort.
It's Persona, just a medieval world, completely different, not a school setting.
Huh.
Some things I like, some things I didn't like. I think Persona is still better than Metaphor, basically.
It's because they don't shout Persona when they summon their personas.
Yeah,
That's the reason.
I'm not a huge fan of the music either in this game.
Yeah, because it goes like lo 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 lo
Oh,
lo 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 lo.
you know it goes like
I've
that.
played the demo. The old guy goes like lo 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 lo.
Oh, it gets worse.
Just
you wait.
I've heard the soundtrack. I know how it goes. It's just
I'm,
wacky.
Currently playing this one, almost beaten it. I'm actually on the final day.
Yeah, Hulkenberg is still best girl.
Actually, the three-eyed girl is best girl.
Hulkenberg is best girl. No argument.
Arrogance Quest, Aragorn's Quest,
No. In de Ban van de Ring, Aragorn's avontuur. Yes.
or that, for the Lord of the Rings collection.
I have it as well.
Return to Moria.
Oh, they returned to Moria as well. I did not know that they returned to Moria. Well, look at that. They're back in Moria.
You play as dwarves, and they rebuilt Moria,
Really?
and it's actually quite fun.
Oh, look at that. And they're back to Moria.
And then we have the Lord of the Rings Tactics for PSP. It's a pretty simple game.
Yeah, you play as
I
Gandalf.
think it also came out before the movies came out, so...
I
some
doubt
of
it
the
because it
characters-
has the Gandalf from the movie on the cover. If you turn it around, that looks like a movie
Oh yeah,
Gandalf.
it does. No, then I'm wrong.
Eh.
And then finally, Wulong Fallen Dynasty
That's the
by Team Ninja. It's
it's the easiest of the whole bunch.
like it's not really a successor. It's the
It's a success.
yeah, it's a successor to Neo, but it's on it's a Chinese setting.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit more magic based.
It's the same as it's literally Neo, but a lot easier.
No idea why it's this big again.
It has
Steelbook, I think.
yeah, it has a steelbook in it. It is literally just 2 games. It just takes more space.
I think it only costs like $20.
Oh, it was a good price.
That's a good price indeed.
Oh, that seems to be a cultured game again. The needy streamer overload.
Actually, this is a game about depression and suicide and drugs.
I know.
Oh. It's so the fun fact is the Western version called Needy Streamer Overload, and the Japanese version is called Needy Girl Overload. Because haha, if you translate in Japanese, it's much more funny because it is a fun. Again, the funny part is if you would summarize our current the last 10 years of internet meme culture into one game, this is probably this game. This is like everything. Streaming, VTubers, like anime, kawaii, all the nonsense. And this is like a time capsule that will be very interesting to dig out through in like 10 years time. The internet landscape is going to look completely different.
So you're going to play it in 10 years then?
Oh, I've played it like 5 times already.
Fitness boxing.
Famous boxer with Hatsune Miku.
You just bought this because it has Hatsune Miku on it, right?
No, actually I bought it because it's a very good fitness game. And it has a bunch of exclusive songs that are not in every that have not.
And you've been exercising a lot already, I see.
I've been exercising Hatsune Miku quite a lot actually. Yes.
Rune Factory 5.
Rune Factory 5.
Where did you pick it up?
Amazon.
Oh.
This was actually the collector's edition. I did not bother to take the box because the box was too big. It had like an art book and a music CD with like 5 tracks on it, so best music CD of all time. Rune Factory 5, it's pretty good. Then again,
Zanki Zero.
Zanki Zero Last Beginning. So it's a Spike Chunsoft game. You play as a bunch of people that are stuck on an island, and the world is ended, and you need to survive. It's a dungeon crawler with a lot of. You need to manage your food intake. You need to go to the toilet.
Survival elements.
But and the funny part is the Western version was censored because in the Japanese version this was higher. You could see your patty, so they decided to censor that for the West. This has been on the radar for a very long time, but it's been very hard to track. Oh, look at that! Fallen Dynasty!
Yeah, but yours is the Italian version, I have the German version.
Mine is the Italian version. Yes, you play as Mario on this one. He's like, Yahoo! Again, visual novels.
Visual novels.
It's coffee talk. It's the same. It's in the same vein as Valhalla Cyberpunk bartending action. You have you're a barista at a cafe and you listen to what the other people have to say. It's a 2-in-1 again. I'm a big fan of 2-for-1 packages, and the games are really good. Assassin's Creed Mirage, the last swan song for Ubisoft before their soft reboot with Shadows this year. This is literally the last swan song, the last Assassin's Creed to be released on PlayStation 4. So, and then Sandland, which is
I heard about that one, yes.
Which is a tribute to a one-shot manga by the creator of Dragon Akira
Toriyama.
Toriyama. The anime is pretty good as well. The game it's literally Mad Max, but you play with tanks and in an open world, and you play as a sort of a devil dude that looks like Majin Buu. Seemed like a fun purchase. It was not too expensive, so why not?
All right.
Oh, well, that's a big box.
It's a big box, but it doesn't have that many games.
It's just one thing in there. It's just one collector's edition.
Alright. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Never heard of it before.
Yeah, of course not. Great soundtrack. A very good game that sold worse than its predecessor, even though it's a lot better and a lot more.
2.5 million copies sold at launch.
Yeah, but I mean,
why?
It's a console exclusive that's already hurt. I mean, when the first Final Fantasy VII remake came out, it came out on PlayStation 4, and everybody and their mother had a PlayStation 4. And this came out back when not that many people had a PlayStation 5 yet. And I think when it goes to PC, it will still have very good sales.
Oh, it will, but it did not win Game of the Year this year, by the way.
No, it did win a different prize. I think it was not best RPG. Best RPG was what was it again?
Metaphor Fontana.
Yeah. But best soundtrack or something. Then Trails Through Daybreak. We've already seen that one.
Yes.
It's a Trails game. Then we have East Nordics.
Yes.
Do you have this one yet? Not yet.
It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's a shame.
Is. That and Switch and
No idea why they did that.
Oh look, they're being very frugal with the use of their.
There used to be some.
With the use of their space again, they're being very generous
For
with it.
some reason, this is 16 plus.
Because they swear.
There's only violence in there.
Oh well, that's
And then we have Miitopia, one of the games that you bought at the beginning of the year.
yes, you can romance a horse.
At the end. How many more times are you going to say that?
That's the second time.
And there we have Brigandine.
Oh, look at that.
Already seen that one before.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah,
Is there more in this mysterious box of mysteries?
Oddly enough, I didn't have a physical copy of Neo yet. Big fan of Neo, one of my favorite Souls-like games. I like it more than Dark Souls because it's faster paced. Romancing Saga, Revenge of the Seven, very good game. You play as, I believe it's like a prince or a king, and when he gets older, he dies, and then you continue to play as a son. So it goes over multiple ages and years, and
It's basically Romance of the Three Kingdoms, retold again.
yeah, it is quite a lot of fun.
Well, there's a surprise.
Right? Why? It's Team Ninja. It's their next game after Hulon.
Yeah, it was not a commercial success.
It was not a commercial success, and I only paid €10 for it.
That's
But there was
somebody that's a
who-
steal.
Who want to get rid of it? He has €10 for it.
Jokes on him.
It's still at €40 if you want to buy it.
Jokes on him. The remaster of a remaster.
Yeah, they're good games. Nice to have.
Actually, no, these are the OG ones. These are not the ones
These
that
are
I
the
have.
OG ones.
These
Yeah,
are,
this is not the HD collection of PlayStation
yeah.
3. Then we have Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I like this game because it's a spiritual successor to one of my favorite RPG franchises, Suikoden. It's basically the same thing. You recruit a large cast of characters that you can fight with, and I think you can play on a roster of 3 and 3, like 3 in the back, 3 in the front, and there's like 108 characters to recruit, just like in the Suikoden games. So yeah, big Suikoden fan, so I had to get this one.
Can you recruit a horse?
Yeah, you can look what you can recruit.
Can you romance the horse? Yeah, I'm sold. That's.
You can actually recruit a shark.
Can you romance the shark?
Yes, you can romance a shark.
Wow, groundbreaking.
And then we have Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, look at
Another
that.
game that we both bought. I bought it along with Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, as I told, but something went wrong with the delivery, unfortunately. So that's for later when it gets back on discount. Hopefully. And then Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade. First I want to wait until I got all 3 of them, but I just cannot wait to play Final Fantasy Rebirth. For some reason.
You just get the deluxe edition for €500.
It's not going to take until June before I play Rebirth for sure. So yeah.
Oh,
Remake Intergrade.
this one is the complete version because that's Intergrade on it. So I was donated on the Darling Snow Cure for Love, a game that I actually voluntarily decided not to purchase from Limited Run Games when it was released. So a quick background story. This was made by 2 people who have worked for NAS America, and they were both one in marketing and one was a programmer, I believe. And they decided to form a company that was called Mr. Tired Media. And then they decided to make a dungeon crawler with a bunch of anime stereotypes in it. And then their Kickstarter campaign failed 3 times. And then they went into crowdfunding, and then they managed to release this. So it's a dungeon crawler with a bunch of romancing options, and every game that has a harem ending to it is a win-win in my book. Was not critically loved by a lot of people.
Because the dungeon mechanics are kind of janky, you have breakable equipment, which is pretty bad. So I can see why people do not like it, but it's a very, very endearing game that I am happy to have acquired from my loyal fans.
Yeah. Almost done.
A box of cornflakes.
4 more games.
A box of cornflakes.
So December was quite tame. First one you're going to like a lot.
That's Valhalla Cyberpunk Birth and Direction.
Decided to get a physical copy for the Switch. So there's that.
The one with the better cover.
And then we have Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. I didn't have the PlayStation 3 version. I waited for this one to come out, to remaster, because it has been announced for a couple of years. Now it came out and I got it from Limited Run.
Is it a limited run? Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
but
published limited. one, yeah.
Published. It actually it's numbered.
Oh, well, then. That's
No, it's not numbered.
No,
It's-
it
yeah,
is
but
numbered.
it is the 111 game that they put out. It's not number 111 of
Yeah.
1,000 or something like that.
No, but 111 because they published for the PS5.
Yeah.
Very
Hide in the
good.
Woods, great to have, great story. I beaten it on PC first. Was a big fan of the atmosphere and everything and the story. So I got that one. And then one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Wii back in the days was My Sims Kingdom. And for some reason they decided to put it out on Switch, which makes it more accessible for me to play it. It also gives it controller support, which it never had. Well, those nunchucks, but it's quite janky to play with a nunchuck on modern TVs. So good to have this one. Yeah, that's basically my year in a nutshell. 164 games apparently.
164 games.
Let me see. We got 21 games. We bought 21 the same games.
Oh, look at that. Great man things alike 21 times. Yeah,
But actually not too bad.
In what way?
We could have made a drinking game out of that.
We could have made a drinking game out of that. Why?
Yeah, why not? Because we're not allowed to drink.
Because we are responsible adults.
We don't have any more money for alcohol
We
because we
do,
bought all
we
these
do
games.
not we do not indulge in such small trivia like alcohol. We indulge in other ways.
Well, that's basically it. Which game are you looking forward to the most this year? New game coming out.
I don't know. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I still do not believe that game is going to come out. I do not believe it. I still cannot believe the fact that it's going to be released.
Not the Pirate Yakuza.
I still stand in awe that Xenoblade Chronicles was actually a thing because that was such a meme and a joke for so many years. And now it's the tail end of Switch's lifespan. They decided to release Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I guess it's probably easy for them because they have.
That boob slider better be in there for a character creator.
You never know with the Switch.
That boob slider better be in there. Because I'll be very, very disappointed. They can just go easy route and they can just take the Wii port, the Wii U port, without the boob slider, so that's a possibility too.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of great games coming. 2025.
But it's going to be a strange year for you. Or for me anyway. Well, what are some of your favorites that are past January? Besides Pirate Yakuza?
Atelier Yumiya.
Yes,
For
with
sure.
With the lady with very, very, very long legs.
Then the Trails Through Daybreak, the second one.
That's a
is coming out. Yeah.
That's very, very soon.
January up till March is going to be crazy.
What else? As I've said, what was released in Guardians of Azuma is the one that I'm looking for.
Xenoblade Chronicles X is also coming out in spring somewhere.
March or May, I believe.
Not May, I believe.
Well, then there is the next Light in the Sky game, which is not called This Guy. I don't remember what it's called. So that's a thing. That's basically it. I do not have that many games on the radar that come out this year that I can still run. So
The Outer Worlds is also.
yeah, Outer Worlds 2, I cannot run it. So
Yeah, it's only coming out on PlayStation 5.
PS5 and maybe Switch.
Yeah, but you still have to play the first one, right?
It's going to run.
made
It's
by,
going to run terribly on the Switch. So maybe on the Switch 2 when it arrives, but not yet.
Oh, well, I guess that was it.
I don't remember. I think that's basically it. Well,
Should we say goodbye to our loyal audience?
that's your loyal audience. I'm just a very special guest,
And maybe your patrons are watching as well.
and they always watch.
Is there any game that you would like them to send to you? Maybe the Pirate Yakuza game.
They already know which games I want, so that's going to be easy.
Oh yeah, I've also didn't talk about Baton Kaitos. That's a game that I also ordered, but it hasn't arrived yet because I ordered along with the what's the game called again? The Suikoden HD remaster collection, which is not out yet, so it's going to arrive in Play Asia when it comes out.
I guess Hookah Haze. Hookah Haze also a game.
And then I have a second group of games. What was that game again with the very weird Japanese translation at the back?
Do you mean the one?
The shooting game.
Yes.
Bullet Girls
Bullet
Fantasia.
Girls Fantasia.
I ordered that one on Play Asia along with a couple of other pre-orders. Like I pre-ordered the dating game from Dead or Alive.
Oh, you're gonna wait for a long time.
And then something else is going to come along with that. Oh well, that's basically it.
Oh, if we can launch your complaints, postal service is terrible this year. Just overall, terrible.
Or Button Guidance is coming with the Carronciel that I ordered for you. It's underway apparently. I have no idea what that's.
Well, that was fun.
That will be it for this year. Bye bye.